how to trade Bitcoin, and especially how to trade Bitcoin after the last halving last week. Is it too late to enter? Where is the best entry? All these are questions that we will solve in this video. Plus, I will share a tool with you which will make it so much easier for you to analyze the Bitcoin chart. So stay tuned, it will get really interesting. I've been asked from my community quite a lot of times, especially after the last halving, how is my opinion about Bitcoin? Where's the best entry? So this video will be exactly about this topic. So the first thing we should talk about, what is really important to know the difference in between, is there are two ways to participate in the market. First one is to invest into the market. So the investors, of course, try to buy the Bitcoin cheap at a good price, enter there, and then bet on Bitcoin rising and making money through it. So they stay on in the market no matter what happens. They stay all the way in, and best way, it only goes up, of course, in swings. No market is rising, only in a line, it always goes in swings. And this is what traders use. So a trader, of course, might enter in this point as well, but drops out at the top somewhere here, finds the exit here. And then after the pullback here, the trader looks for a new entry and trying to catch the whole movement up to the next top. Exit here again. Then maybe even trading the pullback into the short direction, and then again finding a new entry long right when the market is reversing into long again. That way traders can catch more distance into the long direction and of course also profit from the short direction. But of course they have to be more active in the market as investors have to do. So these differences are really important to know before you enter the market. Are you an investor or are you a trader? But for both, of course, the big picture is important as well. Before entering the market, you need to know which market phase am I in. For that, we will take a look at the chart now. We're here in Bitcoin US dollar in the monthly chart. And you see the market is highly volatile. So it can be sometimes quite confusing with all these really volatile candles. For that reason, we will switch now from the regular linear chart now to the logarithmic chart. You can do it either by clicking with a mouse and going to logarithmic, but we will use the keys on the keyboard, press Alt and L, and then your chart jumps to the logarithmic one. And here you can clearly get a much better overview over the swings and the market phases where the market is in at the moment. But what's the difference between logarithmic and linear? The logarithmic chart here shows us the percentage of the difference between the prices, while a normal chart, a regular linear one, shows us a fixed distance between prices. So for example, if a market is at the current price of $10 and then it's rising by another $10 to $20. In this case, the market has doubled. So it's 100% gain. But for example, if the market is already at a price of $100 and it is rising by $10 again to $110, this is only 10% the market has made. And this is what the logarithmic chart takes into account, the percentage of the difference between the price changes. So here you see exactly when the market is rising, like we have here. And you also see when the market is making a pullback. And you clearly see which underlying trend we have, which is definitely an upwards trend. Now let's also take into account the halvings of Bitcoin, because they have so much impact on the market. Let's draw them in. We had the last halving last week, exactly 1 week ago now. The one before was in May 2020 and again then in July 2016. And then November 2012. Whoop, December. Okay, here is November. First one, second one, third one, and the fourth one 1 week ago. So let's see, can you recognize any patterns in the chart yet? Is there something that catches your eye? Let's start out with the downwards movements. So we see here the market had a pullback here and another one here from the top down here. Also here and up here. You see the market has regularly a few months of pullback phase, so where the market is recovering. So these are possible short trade periods. And on the opposite, we have clear upwards movements like here, also here, and of course here again. So can you make out any patterns yet? We clearly see our cycles of 4 years between the halvings. And after the halvings, we always have a strong bullish upwards movement. And when that tops out, we have a bearish reversal. And after that, we have a phase where the market has no clear direction and is recovering. And then again, after the halving, a strong upwards movement. And when that tops out again, downwards movement. Then again, a time when the market has no clear direction, upwards movement, downwards movement, recovery. And here, after this halving, we have, of course, the expectation that we have a strong bullish market coming, like we had after the 3 halvings before. You see, successful traders don't enter the market blindly. They do a good and reliable analysis of the market and the underlying phase the market is into before they enter a trade. This makes trading much more predictable than most beginners think. So of course, there are different possibilities to trade this market, but what's definitely important is to do this analysis first. You can start trading after the break of structure here and shorten the market. Of course, you can look for long entries after the bear market is ending. You can wait until the halving and the pullback that usually occurs after and look for an entry here to go all the way up with the bull market. There are definitely different options, but you definitely need to know in which market phase you're in. Are you in the bull market, in the bear market, or in the recovery phase? Now looking at our chart and the current situation, you see from a chart technique in red I've drawn in the resistance level that the market has been bouncing off from 2 times before, made a double top here, so it was most likely that the market has trouble going through here directly again. So the pullback was predictable. So after the halving last week, exactly 7 days ago today, so this is a pullback happening now. And of course, after this pullback, the market is getting really interesting for us. For traders and for investors, there is a chance to catch the market at a lower price to enter the market long and catch the upwards movement, which there is a high potential that this is following soon. Into exact strategies, how to trade Bitcoin, what conditions, what indicators to use to find the best entry. This is what we're going to talk about next week in next week's video. For today, this is it. I wanted to show you exactly how to find out which market phase you're in, so you always act on the right playing field. Soccer players don't go to the basketball court to be successful either, so make sure you're always on the right field and the right market phase as well. So you always know exactly in which direction you should trade. You can catch the market, of course, for a short trade as well. If you are a trader, if you're an investor, of course, you concentrate on the long positions only. Look for the best entries that you catch the market on an attractive price, so you catch the most of the upwards movement for the best outcome of your investment. If you have any questions or further topics that you want me to talk about, leave me a comment below in this video and I will try to take them into account for the further videos. If you like this content, please give it a thumb up, and if you haven't done so, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And then I will see you next week with the next video. And if you don't want to wait until then, you find below this video the link to my website where you can find all information about trading with me. Bye bye, see you soon.